Yo, what's going on, dudes? Hopefully everyone is doing okay. Welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be a short update video on the Grip Puppies. So we've been using them for a month now, and there are some pros and cons to the Grip Puppies. So stick around and I'll let you know what they are. So if you saw my first video, I did say that I'd keep them on for a few weeks or longer, but we've had them on for a month now, so we've had plenty of time to kind of get used to them and see what they really have to offer. You know, there are pros to them, but there's definitely some cons to them as well. The pros, we spoke about them before. They help with vibrations from the handlebars. They're supposed to relieve, you know, tension in your hands and stuff like that, especially on those longer rides, and they're supposed to improve throttle control. So that's the kind of stuff that they reckon that they do, and yeah, some of that is true. The one thing I didn't like in the first video was I found that my right hand was cramping up a wee bit, whether it was just because I was getting used to the, you know, the different width of the grips, because obviously the Grip Puppies make your grips a lot wider, but I'm still having an issue with that. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know whether it's just they're too thick for the size of my hands, and you know, and it feels like my hand might be struggling a wee bit with them. You know, I can touch my fingers and my thumb when I've got a grip on them, so it's not like they're massive, but I'm definitely not gripping them too tight. You know, I got over that pretty quickly. It's not all the time, you know, it's not like as soon as I get on the bike my hand's cramping up. If I'm on the bike, say for an hour, I'll have periods where I can feel my hand cramping a wee bit. It's not constant, but you know, if I just let off the throttle, or even just, you know, give my hand a wee kind of move about, that kind of sorts it, and then I'll be fine for another 20 minutes or so, and then it will gradually start to come back. So I don't know if that's down to the Grip Puppies or if that's down to me, I really don't know, but it's something that's not going away. You know, it's just not sorting itself out. I kind of thought my hands would have got used to it, you know, my muscles would have adapted to the different width of grip, so I'm not too sure. So that's probably one of the biggest issues that I'm having with them just now, is my hand is still tensing up and cramping a wee bit. And it doesn't affect what you can do with it. I mean, you can still do all your throttle control and stuff like that, so it's just, it's there sometimes in the background, and it's just a wee bit of a nuisance, whether it's just down to how thick the actual grips are. I don't get it in my left hand, but that's the main issue I'm having with them at the moment. It's just this right hand cramping up a wee bit. But in terms of the vibrations and stuff, yeah, they're absolutely fine with that. They definitely dampen the vibrations on the road. We spoke about how it is a wee bit easier to do certain slow manoeuvre stuff, you know, whether that's down to, you know, the improved throttle control, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I don't feel that my throttle control is any better than what it was. You know, it's definitely not any worse. That's two things that they claim, you know, the throttle control and, you know, how comfortable it is on your hand and stuff like that. The throttle control, like I said, I don't know. The comfort, I think it depends on the rider, I guess. Like we said, the vibrations, it definitely dampens the vibration, so you don't get as much as that vibration going up your wrist and stuff, so that definitely makes the ride a wee bit more comfortable. They are waterproof in a way, you know, you can go out riding with them, and you know, if there's water on them, it's not going to affect, you know, the way they work. They'll be absolutely fine. If I'm washing the bike, because obviously when you wash your bike you want to wash your grips and everything like that, and you can wash these, there's absolutely no problem with that, but what I've found is I like to snow foam my bike, you know, when I'm washing it, and when I'm rinsing the bike off, if these get a little bit too wet, they seem to absorb a lot of moisture, and you're constantly trying to wash that snow foam out. If you've ever decorated a room, you know, you get a paint roller and they can be an absolute pain to clean. You think that all the paint's out of them, then you give them a squeeze and there's like another half a litre of paint just appeared from nowhere. That's what it's like trying to get the snow foam out. At least, I mean, that's what I found. I found that quite annoying. You know, you'd think that it's clean, you'd squeeze the grip, and then out of nowhere more snow foam would appear, and yeah, so you'd have to keep doing that. So I've noticed that when they get a little bit too wet, if you're washing it, they will hold quite a bit of water, and you want to make sure and give them a good squeeze to, you know, get all the water and all the snow foam if you use that out. But I mean, that's just me nitpicking on it, I guess. I don't notice it too much on the throttle grip, but on the left grip I find that, you know, sometimes if you're doing a little bit of cornering, the actual Grip Puppy itself will twist around the grip, You know, I don't know, they're not wet, they're absolutely bone dry. I mean, it's not like turning your accelerator, it's not that easy. You know, if you put a little bit of too much force on it, they will turn around your grip a wee bit. So yeah, I don't know, I'm not too sure what's up with that. Again, it's not something that's gonna, you know, make your riding any worse or put you off riding. It's just sometimes when you're counter-steering around a corner too much and you feel your hand doing that, you know, you'll twist the grip a wee bit, and it's not the actual grip that's moving, it's the Grip Puppy. But I think I'll probably keep them on a wee bit longer, because I mean, a month is a long time to test something, isn't it? Especially when it comes to, you know, developing new muscle memory or letting your hands or whatever get used to something new. So there's been plenty of time, and there's just, yeah, there's just those one or two things that I'm not too keen on. But I mean, apart from that, they do pretty much everything that they say they'll do, you know. And don't get put off by the hand cramp thing. I mean, that's something that you might have to be aware of, you know. It might just be from rider to rider, it depends, I don't know. I'm going to keep them on for the time being, and if it gets to the point where the cramping is just getting, you know, annoying, you know, it's not, like I said, it's not painful, it's not, you know, it's just a little bit uncomfortable when you're out riding, you know. So I think, yeah, I'll maybe leave it a wee bit longer and see how we go with them. But if you guys have had any similar issues, let me know in the comments. This isn't a don't buy them video, because it's definitely not that. They are absolutely worth it for 15 quid or whatever it was I paid for them. It's just, you know, it's like anything, you know, there might be some cons with it, and for me that's just little things. But again, it's personal to me rather than the Grip Puppies. You know, I'm sure someone else could use them and they'd be absolutely fine, they wouldn't have any issues. So that has been a month with the Grip Puppies. I do like them, you know, I do enjoy using them. They feel, you know, it feels natural now, you know. Like when I first started using them, it felt really awkward just because of the different width. I've ridden bikes in between putting these on, and no, going back to normal grips is absolutely fine. Yeah, so just bear those things in mind if you're thinking about getting them. I mean, the good thing about the Grip Puppies, like we spoke about in the first video, is they're not really an expensive mod. You know, you have to be aware that you might potentially be throwing away your money, you know, but it is £15, so they're not too expensive, but you could still potentially lose £15, you know. So it depends on, do you like them, do you get on with them, are they comfortable, are you going to have the same thing that's going on with me with my throttle hand, you know, do you snow foam your bike, you know, all that sort of stuff. Well, anyway dudes, hopefully you've enjoyed this little video. Like I said, it's just a short update on the Grip Puppies, just to let you know what I think of them after a month. And I will be keeping them on for a bit longer. I might go back to just standard grips, but we'll wait and see. But for the time being, the only real issue I've got is the whole grip thing, you know, my right hand, you know, kind of tensing up and cramping a wee bit, you know, and I don't normally get that with my normal grips, so I'll see how it goes. But anyway dudes, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you have, guys, give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate every single one of your likes. But until next time dudes, stay safe, ride safe, take it easy.